At Tianqing Academy, Liang Yu shepherds the remaining students onto the snow surface only to drive them back into a snow cave by the biting wind. Class monitor Wu Qingyu manages to reach his father, Wu Jiangwo, a former Tianhai bureau chief, who promises imminent rescue. Every other student fails to contact their wealthy families, seeding quiet dread. Liang Yu senses the delay is wrong. If Wu Jiangwo had the means, he would have come sooner, but the group waits over 10 hours until 4 dog sleds appear. 7 or 8 elite veterans in white camouflage, helmets, and cloth-wrapped weapons dismount from Alaskan Malamutes. They're bearing predatory rather than humanitarian. Wu Jiangwo emerges from their ranks, his once corpulent face gaunt and unrecognizable after a month of catastrophe. He embraces his son but dismisses Wu Qingyu's angry demand to know why rescue took so long. When the squad captain asks about the school's stockpiles before mentioning evacuation, Liang Yu's unease hardens into certainty. They are here for resources, not people. Wu Qingyu, terrified of returning to the basement where the mutant cat once prowled, instantly sacrifices Liang Yu, claiming she knows the supply locations. The soldiers accept her as guide and descend. The remaining students are coldly told to wait, then ordered to carry every crate of food and fuel to the sleds. With Hua Hua already departed alongside Zhang Yi, the basement offers no resistance, only the bitter realization that their salvation has arrived in the guise of looters. The Shishan-based detachment reveals its true nature as the students from Tianqing Academy are compelled to load the academy's substantial remaining supplies onto dog sleds while Wu Qingyu confronts the humiliating reality that his father Wu Jiangwo occupies a lowly, subservient rank within the organization. Only 2 soldiers remain to escort Liang Yu and the group on a brutal 10-kilometer forced march through the snowstorm, the students, softened by privilege and starvation, collapsing repeatedly while the soldiers watch with mocking indifference. Liang Yu becomes the group's sole pillar, organizing mutual aid and driving them forward with the promise of survival, the military energy bars distributed by the soldiers providing a near-miraculous stamina boost that keeps the weakest from perishing in the drifts. They finally reach the concealed entrance in the Shishan mountain range, a massive iron gate opening onto a descending staircase that leads deep underground into a spacious air raid shelter complex with heavy green blast doors sealing multiple passageways. There, personnel in protective suits spray them down with harsh disinfectant, medical staff draw blood under silent guard, and the exhausted captives are locked in a holding room where they wolf down an unidentified white nutrient paste. Hours later, Director Su, a bespectacled woman in her 50s, arrives with a hunched, obsequious Wu Jiangwo in tow. She coldly confirms the group carries no pathogens and orders them processed for assignment to the 4th Survival Pod, cementing their status as newly acquired resources in the warlord faction's expanding domain. Director Su separated Wu Qingyu from Liang Yu and the other students after their mandatory disinfection and showering, leading him alone through the vast, orderly underground corridors of Shishan Base to a private room. The temperature hovered around 6 or 7 degrees Celsius, and white uniformed soldiers stood guard at every junction. Wu Qingyu, believing his father's connections would secure him a privileged position, eagerly showered and emerged refreshed, only to find the room's lighting shifted to a soft pink glow. Director Su lay on the bed in revealing lingerie, her obese frame propped up seductively, and beckoned him over. The encounter left Wu Qingyu shattered, his body covered in bruises and blood, staring blankly while wrapped in a sheet. Meanwhile, Liang Yu and the students were issued practical gray uniforms and escorted by a calm female leader and 2 armed soldiers deeper into the labyrinthine shelter. After a disorienting half-day march through dim, flickering passages, they arrived at an enormous underground cavern spanning 1,000 square meters. Inside, at least 1,000 people pedaled stationary bicycles fixed to the floor, their faces numb and exhausted, generating electricity for the base's power grid. The female leader informed them this was their new work assignment. They would pedal to survive, obey every rule without question, or face severe punishment. Her demeanor was chillingly impersonal, treating the students not as people but as interchangeable tools. A girl broke down sobbing, clinging to Liang Yu, but the leader coldly stated they could cry after they started working. Under the soldiers' watchful rifles, Liang Yu suppressed her outrage and led the weeping, whimpering students to the bicycles. After Director Su departed satisfied, Wu Jiangwo, who had been squatting outside the door, entered with a fawning smile, asking if his son's service had pleased her. Director Su praised the boy's performance and promised Wu Jiangwo better logistics and more supplies. Once she left, Wu Jiangwo closed the door on the room's heavy scent of blood and hormones. He found Wu Qingyu broken on the bed inside, telling his son to get used to it. When Wu Qingyu demanded to know why his father, a former bureau chief, had not warned him, Wu Jiangwo recounted the base's descent into tyranny. Initially a refuge for Tianhai's elite families, the shelter's atmosphere shifted when experts confirmed the Ice Age would last decades, not months. The military faction launched a coup, executed the original leader, and imposed a brutal caste system. Wu Jiangwo's former rank meant nothing, he survived only by submitting. He urged Wu Qingyu to embrace the new reality. In this world, nothing was off limits, not even selling one's body, if it meant climbing the hierarchy and escaping the bottom.